Russia rolled out the Terminator, or BMP-T, for testing during maneuvers with the 90th Tank Division. According to reports, Russia is testing 8 Terminator vehicles. It plans on exporting the vehicle. The Terminator is designed to defeat anti-tank forces and is armed with several types of weapons. The platform is capable of engaging 3 different targets at once with its 4 weapons. It also reportedly has a very strong protection. The Russians have sent 1 BMP-T to Syria for testing and now is marking the design as combat-proven. Terminator is designed to significantly help increase and combat effectiveness of tank units and decrease their losses from enemy close combat assets. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how good is Russian Terminator combat vehicle. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by War Thunder. If you are, like us, fascinated by military vehicles and technology, I recommend you give War Thunder a try. It's a military vehicle combat game which you can download and play for free on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One with cross-platform support. It has a huge variety of more than 1,200 playable aircraft, tanks, helicopters, and ships from the 1930s to the 1990s, which you can take to battle on land, in the air, and at sea on more than 80 theaters of war. War Thunder's been kind enough to offer all Defense Updates viewers a special bonus, which will grant you a free premium tank, aircraft, or ship, and 3 days of premium account time for registering using our link in the description below. So take the plunge and join more than 20 million players from around the world. The BMP-T, unofficially called Terminator, is an armored fighting vehicle, AFV, designed and manufactured by the Russian company Uralvagonzavod. The vehicle was designed for supporting tanks and other AFVs in urban areas. The history of the BMP-T's development can be traced back to the Soviet-Afghan War. The need for a vehicle with all these requirements became even more evident during the First Chechen War. It was formally conceived after Russia suffered heavy losses when confronting Chechen guerrillas. It's interesting to note that in 1994, Russian forces sustained significant losses in the city of Grozny. Actually, they were decimated. As reported on the 31st of December, the 131st MyCop Brigade lost 20 of 26 tanks, as well as 102 out of 120 other armored vehicles. Russian tanks, designed for open terrain, were unable to raise or lower their main gun barrels high enough to engage Chechen anti-tank gunners. Without proper infantry support, they were knocked out one after the other. Terminator was designed to counter this problem by driving alongside armored forces inside urban environments. The BMP-T is mounted on the T-90 tank chassis and is heavily armored with reactive armor. The protection of the BMP-T is superior to most MBTs, as active and passive protection is used, and additional armor is distributed to the hull of the vehicle. Multiple prototypes of a tank support combat vehicle were created prior to the design of the current BMP-T. Terminator is powered by a V92S2 diesel engine, which produces 1,000 horsepower or 736 kilowatts. It has an operational range of 550 kilometers or 340 miles and can reach a maximum speed of 60 kilometers per hour or 37 miles per hour. Terminator has a crew of 5, which consists of a vehicle commander, a driver, a gunner, and 2 grenade launcher operators. NBC protection is provided to the crew to ensure survival against radiation, chemical, and biological weapons. As an option, the BMP-T can be fitted with mine-clearing devices such as the KMT-7 or KMT-8 minesweepers. The Terminator is designed primarily to defeat anti-tank forces. It was planned that when used in the urban environment, each main battle tank will be deployed with 2 Terminators, and in open terrain, that ratio will be reversed, with 1 BMP-T protecting 2 main battle tanks. The Terminator has 4 weapons to counter the opponent's anti-tank forces. Terminator has 4 Ataka ATGM launchers as a set of primary armaments to defeat enemy tanks and infantry. Only 1 missile is carried for each of the launchers, without any additional ones stowed away. 2 ATGM launchers are located on each side of the turret. The 9M120 Ataka missile has anti-tank, anti-personnel, and anti-aircraft variants, the first 2 being the most commonly used by the BMP-T. This missile's average speed for all variants is 400 meters per second when reaching a target located 5.8 kilometers from the launcher for a flight time of 14.5 seconds. The Ataka has an operational range of up to 6 kilometers or 3.7 miles and travels at a supersonic speed of 550 meters per second. The platform has twin autocannons, which have a combined fire rate of 600 rounds per minute. A total of 850 rounds of ready-use ammunition can be carried. The twin 2A-42s are stabilized in the vertical and horizontal planes. One of the guns fires armor-piercing rounds, while the other fires anti-personnel rounds. A wide range of ammunition is used by the 2A-42 autocannon, and they include high-explosive tracer, HE-T, armor-piercing discarded sabot, APDS, high-explosive fragmentation, HE-Frag, and armor-piercing tracer, APT. These rounds have effective ranges between 2,500 meters and 4,000 meters, depending on the variant. The muzzle velocity of the projectiles is 960 meters per second. Terminator has a pair of either AGS-17D or AGS-30 grenade launchers. A total of 600 rounds of 30mm grenades are carried for both grenade launchers. There's no reloading for the grenade launchers because each one holds 300 rounds in a single belt. Only vertical stabilization is provided for the grenade launchers. An effective range of 1,700 meters is provided, while the kill radius of the 30mm grenades is 7 meters. A 7.62mm PKTM machine gun is mounted coaxially with the main armament and holds 2,000 rounds. It has a range of 4,000 meters. Terminator looks intimidating, and it seems to be straight out of a Hollywood sci-fi movie. It actually has no counterpart in the world. But is it necessary? In Iraq, the United States Armor Forces were very effective and were able to make quick inroads. It didn't suffer near the casualties that the Russians did in Grozny. The Russians realized that the problem was not due to the equipment, but was more to do with the tactics. In 2010, the Russian military approved the vehicle's use, but rejected the decision to fund it, calling the vehicle unnecessary. But in 2017, things changed, and the Russian government ordered 10 vehicles. Nonetheless, there were issues with the initial design, and the latest testing seems to be directed towards ironing out those. Russia is marketing the Terminator for foreign nations. The sales pitch is that one Russian Terminator can replace a motorized rifle platoon of 40 soldiers and around 6 armored vehicles. Though the firepower of Terminator is impressive, it can't do the job of 40 soldiers and 6 armored vehicles at the same time. Viewers may note that a Terminator cannot engage the targets in a disintegrated manner from different directions like a small group of soldiers with supporting vehicles can. It remains to be seen how things pan out.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.